Welcome to the in-game update, ARMR Insiders. Thanks for joining. Let's, are you with me? Hey guys, can you hear me now? Anybody there? Just give me a heads up if this is working. Is the sound working? Good. All right, let's start again. Okay, let's start again. Let's go over how we're handling the market right here. So we talked about it in the morning call, the first 2 hours. The idea was to avoid any type of a panic sell, wait to see where the market is after the first 2 hours. The bottom gets set. Then we see where we are at the end of the day. So let's look at, this is the day trading chart patterns, right, of the S&P, the NASDAQ, the small cap. Okay, and so what we did was we put this double bottom in between 10:45 and 11:15, all right? And we've traded higher the rest of the day. So that's just classic. It happens over and over and over again. Statistically speaking, selling at the beginning of the day when it's plummeting is a terrible, terrible sale. So what I did then is I went through the portfolio after the market rallied off of the lows to see what in the portfolio is having trouble and something I have to move out. So first in, first out is just a rule I follow. I bought shares of Pfizer yesterday, decided to exit. I want to raise a little cash, and then we'll manage positions right to the end. We exited shares of Walmart. You can see why. The stock is just reversing. I wanted to take that out and raise some cash. Okay, that was a recent entry, and I'm just cleaning up the portfolio. It's what I call cleaning up the portfolio. Okay, and then we have Lockheed Martin and Constellation Brands. I don't need Constellation Brands if I don't want to own cannabis stocks right now. Okay, so I decided to just take that out of the portfolio, just cleaning it up. Okay, and what was the other position I said? Oh yeah, Lockheed Martin. Just booking a profit in Lockheed, it looks like a double top to me. I just figured I'd take some money off the table there and raise a little bit of cash. Okay, so now I'm in a cash position to a certain degree, and now I'm just managing each position based on where they are at the end of the day. JP Morgan, Microsoft, GE are at the top of the list of things that might have to be sold at the end of the day. Now what we do, guys, is we revert by 3:30. We're going to be looking at the stop price and what the market's doing. So if the market's imploding into the close and we get stopped out of, let's say, the NASDAQ 100 from our index-only portfolio, I'm going to be raising stops on things like Microsoft. And if it's below what I think is a stop, I'm going to take Microsoft out. I don't need to carry it if the market decides to really show weakness in here. So what does that look like? So here's Microsoft, right? It's below the 50-day. I could use the uptrend here as my stop. And if the NASDAQ 100 can remain in our portfolio through the close today, then I probably will. I'll use a little more of a lenient stop on Microsoft. But if the triple Qs get banged out of the portfolio, and what would do that? The Qs would have to take out the lows of this morning, which would take out the put wall. If that happens, then this is pretty much over. I'm going to be raising cash everywhere. If it doesn't, I'm going to hold Microsoft for another day, right? We'll see what the last hour has in store for us. Same thing with JP Morgan, last in, first out. So nothing wrong with this chart. It's just if I decide I need to raise cash, JP Morgan and GE, which we just bought in the last 2 days, those are the first things to go. I'm not waiting for stops to get hit. I have to raise cash. That's what I'll do. And then I'll look to the rest of the portfolio and we'll exit. So what's the part of the portfolio working the best for us? Well, I mean, it's the precious metals. And so after a impromptu poll from a lot of you, we have an overwhelming majority that believes we should be increasing our exposure to precious metals. I might do that. what do we have? 17 of you think we should be doing it. And one of you thinks we should put 90% of the portfolio there. Very funny. So, I mean, look, there's any ways we can do it. We can increase positions we have. We can add some of the smaller names. I really have an interest in Hecla because Hecla is a mix of industrial and precious metals, and they just had blowout earnings, and I just love that pattern to me. You know, it's hard to ignore NG. Woof, what a tight pattern that is. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm going to do it, but it's certainly, it's a real strong part of the portfolio. It's really, they're acting really well. So I may consider that, but I do think right now all bets are off. I'm going to be holding cash overnight, seeing how this week plays out. I still believe this could just be another shakeout. Had a shakeout Tuesday last week, having another shakeout yesterday and today. Get to the end of the week, markets are trading higher. No doubt I'll find room in the portfolio. I'll find a use for that cash. Could be more precious metals. It could be other things. I don't know. But look at the pipelines have turned around now. Williams is up on the day. Could be more energy. Although I usually hate to buy energy when there's unrest in the Middle East. That's usually a terrible trade. So not sure I'll do that. But anyway, I'm going to be doing research, looking for names where I want to go. And in the meantime, carry a little bit of cash. So those are my thoughts. This are my thoughts for today. Any thoughts that you guys have you want to go over? I would say that I'm really impressed at the action of FEYE. So that's incredible. That's incredible. Other stocks that are in the space, have been really, hammered. Just really hammered. They're all trying to put bottoms in here. I love the Cloudflare idea. It's been destroyed. So CyberArk just unbelievably imploded. So what is it about FEYE? I don't know, but that chart, boy, that looks good. So I'm going to be doing research and work the rest of this week, looking for other ideas that I might want to own, but we'll just have to see what the behavior is. I will say that even if there's this wild bottom reversal pattern in the ARK funds, and we can look at them real quick, it doesn't mean I want to go buy any of these names. There's no way I'm putting money into these stocks right now. This is massive selling. We don't know when it's going to end, and we need a whole new pattern to develop before I have an interest in adding. Okay. So any thoughts, any questions, and I'll address. Otherwise, I'll see you all at 3:30 for any particular updates we've got. Anything you'd like to know? Or are we all square? This is just a short call right now. There's not much to talk about. I just wanted to give you the lay of the land, let you know what it is I'm thinking. Okay. I see crypto stocks going up. They've been destroyed. So these things are bouncing here. A whole new pattern has to develop before I have an interest in buying them. Okay. Well, look at PTVCB. 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 It looks like it's been acquired. Baldwin Lyons looks like that usually when a stock jumps like that and goes sideways, it means it's been bought. So take a look at the news stories and to see what who's taking them over. That's almost 100%. I can almost guarantee that's what's going on there. I don't know it for a fact, but if someone looks it up, they're going to find out that the company has been bought. I would say there's a 95% chance of that. I'm really impressed with Organogram. That's a shocker. The name's been destroyed. All right, so let's just keep doing research and bubbling ideas up to the top so we can kind of build the top shelf of our whiteboard, and then we'll have ideas from there. Coinbase. I have no interest in owning Coinbase. I don't know if Eras does or not, but I'm not going to buy a Coinbase at this stage. I don't care what the earnings are. So, I mean, typically I don't buy new issues until they build a base that lasts at least 3 months, normally 6 months, sometimes 9 months. So I'll let this do whatever it wants. I'd rather, honestly, this sounds crazy to you, but I'd rather pay, I don't know, 340 for the stock after it comes up to 340, builds a base, cup and handle, and then breaks out. I'm happy to do that, but I'm not going to try to bottom fish that one. And I'm very curious to see what the earnings story is and what the response is to the earnings story. And there it is. It's an acquisition. All right. Okay, guys. I'll see you in the Slack room, and I'll update the portfolio probably around 3:45. Okay? Take care, guys.